Life moves fast, and so does your career. You've built a successful path, but now it's time to diversify your investments and secure your financial future. Introducing The Prestige, your trustworthy, vetted partner in commercial real estate investing. We understand that you're time-starved with a family to care for and a demanding career to navigate. Not only sheltering, but safely multiplying your returns in a hard asset, which does not walk away. You can drive by it anytime. At The Prestige, we specialize in serving professionals like you who seek safe and secure investments without the burden of becoming an expert in commercial real estate. With over 400 years of combined experience, our team of seasoned experts is here to guide you towards high return, high yield investments in a low yield market. We meticulously analyze market trends, assess potential risks, and identify lucrative opportunities, ensuring your investment portfolio is optimized for growth and stability. Here's a few of our client testimonials. Wow, DL, this is so exciting. I'm so happy for you and for us. Very exciting, and love the floor plans. We've got our distribution pending in our bank account. Thank you so much, DL. DL, we can set our watch to your distributions. Never missed a payment. Don't let time constraints hold you back from maximizing your investments. Visit The Prestige at mayhill.com today for our current and rare investment opportunity, and let us leverage our expertise to secure your future. DL began in commercial real estate in 2005 and is one of the top seasoned leaders in investing and developing in Southern California and Dallas, Texas. And there is no slowing down. The Prestige, your partner in commercial real estate investing.
Morning, everybody. How are you? I'm an engineer, not a speaker. I think that you have met Dimip Davis, who is our VP of Investor Champions and a 6-time position holder in the Prestige at Mayhill, high net worth individual. Also Warren Davis, who is a retired planner from 2 cities and has over 30 years of planning on our development services team. My name is DL Campbell, and just a short recap, I have 30 years as an engineer. I can do accounting at a CPA level, pretty qualified, and so is our team. We have 400 years of commercial and construction experience in the team. I have 20 years of commercial experience. So when I picked up this property in June of 2023, we're owners. So we don't have an LOI on the contract or on the project. We don't have a contract on the property, but we're actually owner operators, and there's a difference there. Short recap on our track record. 22 North, 240 units on built in 2018, 14 acres, Class A++, recession-proof. Only saw the rent specials on the property one time during the rent moratorium. So our professional tenants just paid rent, which is great. That's what we want. We want recession-proof properties to offer our investors. So we're doubling property values. And the way that I picked up this property was I was evaluating properties all over Dallas, North Dallas, South Dallas, East Dallas, working with planning departments and crossing them off my list. I was driving for dollars. I was looking on the internet. For properties. Well, I was driving between North and South Denton, and I saw this small sign, off-market property. And I called this gentleman, the seller, in his 80s, and he had a bunch of properties. So that's the way I found this property. I found it, paid $6 million for it. came with $3 million of equity, and I started raising capital from there. So I have collateralized my investors with the equity that's in the property. We got a broker price opinion on that $19 million valuation. As entitled, the property is worth $13.3 million. As permitted, it's worth $15 or $16 million. So we're collateralizing investors against the equity that's in the property. Very safe, bit by bit. In our deal funnel, we have another 140 Class A++ condominiums that we're going to build. I own that land. We have an off-market automotive retail on an irreplaceable corner right in the middle of Dallas. We have 2 car washes on irreplaceable corners. So here's our team. With this team in owner-operators, it's 110 years of experience. And I do speak. I am a vetted trainer for commercial real estate as well with my 20 years of commercial real estate. So I enjoy talking with advisors and talking about commercial real estate due diligence. Some key highlights on the Prestige at Mayhill under the Honors Way umbrella. We have a 10.1 cash on cash return, 36% IRR. We have 3 years left in this deal period where we're about shovel ready on 346 Class A++ recession-proof multifamily units and right in the middle of Dallas, serving 3 job markets. So we would love to have you partner with us if you're serious. We want you to be as serious as we are, and we appreciate that. It's a nice group. We've met a lot of great people today and yesterday, and I thank you for giving us your attention. Take care.
Morning, everybody. How are you? I'm an engineer, not a speaker. I think that you have met Dimbip Davis, who is our VP of Investor Champions and a 6-time position holder in the Prestige at Mayhill, high net worth individual. Also Warren Davis, who is a retired planner from 2 cities and has over 30 years of planning on our development services team. My name is D.L. Campbell, and just a short recap, I have 30 years as an engineer. I can do accounting at a CPA level, pretty qualified, and so is our team. We have 400 years of commercial and construction experience in the team. I have 20 years of commercial experience. So when I picked up this property in June of 2023, we're owners. So we don't have an LOI on the contract or on the project. We don't have a contract on the property, but we're actually owner operators, and there's a difference there. Short recap on our track record. 22 North, 240 units on built in 2018, 14 acres, Class A++, recession-proof. Only saw the rent specials on the property one time during the rent moratorium. So our professional tenants just paid rent, which is great. That's what we want. We want recession-proof properties to offer our investors. So we're doubling the property values. And the way that I picked up this property was I was evaluating properties all over Dallas, North Dallas, South Dallas, East Dallas, working with planning departments and crossing them off my list. I was driving for dollars. I was looking on the internet. I was looking on the internet for properties. Well, I was driving between North and South Denton, and I saw this small sign, off-market property. And I called this gentleman, the seller, in his 80s, and he had a bunch of properties. So that's the way I found this property. I found it, paid $6 million for it, came with $3 million of equity, and I started raising capital from there. So I have collateralized my investors with the equity that's in the property. We got a broker price opinion on that $19 million valuation. As entitled, the property is worth $13.3 million. As permitted, it's worth 15 or 16 million. So we're collateralizing investors against the equity that's in the property. Very safe, bit by bit. In our deal funnel, we have another 140 Class A++ condominiums that we're going to build. I own that land. We have an off-market automotive retail on an irreplaceable corner right in the middle of Dallas. We have 2 car washes on irreplaceable corners. So here's our team. With this team in owner-operators, it's 110 years of experience. And I do speak. I am a vetted trainer for commercial real estate as well with my 20 years of commercial real estate. So I enjoy talking with advisors and talking about commercial real estate due diligence. Some key highlights on the Prestige at Mayhill under the Honors Way umbrella. We have a 10.1 cash on cash return, 36% IRR. We have 3 years left in this deal period where we're about shovel ready on 346 Class A++ recession-proof multifamily units, and right in the middle of Dallas, serving 3 job markets. So we would love to have you partner with us if you're serious. We want you to be as serious as we are, and we appreciate that. It's a nice group. We've met a lot of great people today and yesterday, and I thank you for giving us your attention. Take care.
Thank you. Next we have Worth Investment Group.
Hello everybody, my name is Dale Campbell and I'm one of the lead owners in Honors Way Group. I have 20 years of commercial real estate experience. And we're going to be presenting a property that we have in Dallas, Texas, the best market in the planet, right? The best market in all of America and Canada. I have 20 years of commercial real estate experience, and I have a past life as an engineer for 30 years, so I'm 100 years old. And that's an engineer joke, so we need to laugh. I also want to introduce some heavy hitters that I have on my team. Mr. Jim Davis, who is a successful business development person. He is our Investor Champions VP, and he also has 6 positions in the Prestige at Mayhill, so you can ask him anything you want. Also Warren Ellis, who is also from Dallas, and he has 30 years with 2 different city planning departments. So he's on our development services team, and he's expediting our permits. So we brought heavy hitters today. We're going to give you a lot of good information, and we do have a USB that we have our presentation on. If you haven't gotten one of those, feel free to reach out to the guys, and they will also bring one. So the deal that we are introducing is has a 36% IRR. It's a commercial multifamily, Class A++. And so we are sticking with recession-proof property types. We also have 3 off-market properties that we're putting into a fund, like commercial. We're sticking with recession-proof property types. So follow us on YouTube. We've got 100 videos at prestigeyoutube.com on commercial due diligence. And I'm going to start with a couple quick questions on what we would like for you to do when you are talking to sponsors, syndicators, how they've messed up the market. It makes me mad because they're losing people's money. And so what I've been doing is I've been teaching advisors how to do commercial due diligence, because advisors have a specific skill set, maybe an economist, maybe licensed SEC folks, high finance, but a lot of times I'm finding the commercial real estate due diligence is not in that skill set. So we're teaching you the tough questions to ask. As a developer, I can't sign on those big loans if I've ever filed bankruptcy. So we want you to be asking those hard questions. We invite them for transparency. How much of your own cash do you have in this deal? Well, in this deal, 800,000. How much time do you spend on the property aside from just raising capital and getting a little commission? Are you a syndicator, or do you really know the deal? So we have one deal right now, 346 units, Class A++ multifamily. And then we have those off-market properties we're putting into the pipeline as soon as my GC takes over. Have you ever lost investor capital? And if so, what did you do to make it right? My answer is no, I've never lost investor capital. Are you collateralizing this deal? Yes, you get collateral. Your investors get collateral. So, see where we are here. We're Honors Way Group. Our purpose is to introduce you to this first property. Our track record in Austin shows the same property type. 22 North, built in 2018, 240 Class A++ units, and sold for a profit of $22 million in 2021. Class A++, recession-proof tenants. We didn't have heartburn when that rent moratorium came along because they just paid rent. We're sticking with that model in Dallas now. So this is a brief overview of 22 North that we sold. Beautiful asset. It's not a Class C trying to be a Class B with flat rents and no appreciation. It's a Class A++, sold for a profit of $22 million in 2021. Beautiful exercise room, upscale. Common area. We're bringing the architectural and the civil as much as we can into our Dallas property. It's a beautiful asset. So I would invite you to come and talk to us. I'm going to hand the mic over to Mr. Warren Ellis, who is our permit expediter, and come see us over at the Red Flag.
Thank you, Dio. My name is Warren Ellis, as Dio's mentioned. Just wanted to give you a couple overviews over what my role is with this team. The overview of our team, as well as the project status, and the last with the action items. Again, my name is Warren Ellis. What I bring to the table with this team is, like Dale said, I have over 30 years plus experience as a city planner, working in 2 major cities. One was Tampa, Florida, as well as in Dallas, Texas. In 2018, I retired from the city of Dallas. In 2019, I formed my company and turned to doing land use planning and zoning consultant, as well as expediting permits. As you can see here with the overall team, we have over 400 plus years of commercial real estate and construction experience. You can see here in terms of DL as the owner, as well as other team members. Our architect has extensive experience in terms of designing multifamily units. And again, you can see that Mr. Davis It's on the right side of the slide. In addition to that, we have additional team members. Next slide. And then we have, just wanted to let you know that our civil engineers is one of the top civil engineering companies in Texas. They know the process very well in terms of city regulations and the city that we're developing this property, which is in Denton, Texas. In terms of when we collaborate on a weekly basis, we discuss in terms of the civils, which have been stamped in 2024. We also discuss with our landscape architects as well as our environmental engineers. Lastly, we do, you can see part of our team. Lastly, we do have our GCs, as they're one of the leading multifamily builders in the country, and they have a HUD certification. So we are working with the top-notch industry leaders in the multifamily space, as well as you can see on the screen of our overall team members. Our site is a little over 22.9 acres in size. We're looking at over about 346 Class A luxury garden style apartments, DL mentioned, in Denton, Texas. We're approximately a few not very far from the service corridor in terms of Peters Thoroughfare on I-35 in Denton. We've already done with the zoning phase, the multifamily is going to be multifamily condos on the site. In addition to that, what we have done is, again, we have our stamped civil engineer plans that were approved by the city in 2024. This week, in terms of where we are, the status of the project is on Wednesday of this week, we will go in front of the City Planning Commission and get our final plat approved for this project. Hopefully within the next 2 or 3 months, we can begin early excavation or early release for early excavation to move dirt. You can see here in terms of what the front of the sides look like that we're looking at in terms of the part of the development on the screen. Again, we do have amenities as well as dog park, similar to our sister project in 22 North in Austin, pool area, things of that nature. Next slide. The schedule, basically, we did purchase the land in June 2023. Again, we have the civil plans that were stamped in 11/20/24. Final plat is going to be approved by Planning and Zoning on this Wednesday, which is the 26th. Our final city comments will come back for our building plans on the 28th of this month. We have 10-day clearance once we begin phase 1. We're looking at approximately 13 months for the amenity buildings and deliverables as well as the pool. We will be receiving a temporary CO for the amenities building, and then once the units are built, we will get permanent COs so the tenants can move in right away as the project is being developed to full fruition. Each apartment building, like I said, will receive individual COs. Will lease begins up to 6 months in advance of the COs, and the construction and subscription agreements will end in September 2028. Next slide. Tonight we're basically having 2 or 3 seats open. If you would like to know more about our project and talk more about investment opportunities, so basically if you're interested, please RSVP. We're going to have dinner at 7:30 after the reception tonight. Next slide. So with that, I'll leave this over to Mr. Davis.
Okay, so why multifamily? It's a herd need of survival these days. So you have people that want to rent, people that need to rent. So the people that we actually do business with are actually people that actually want to rent, they don't actually need to rent. So we're focused on the A++ apartment. And normally clients that we're dealing with, they normally do leases for 4 to 5 years there. Also tax advantages there. When it comes to tax advantages there, you have depreciation, you have cost segregation that can take place, passive income, tax deduction, 1031 exchange there. Then for cost segregations, we also do cost segregation studies there that allows you to accelerate the depreciation of the property there, where engineer actually comes out to the property there and they evaluate the property there. And you have items there that you can actually depreciate over the first 1 to 7 years there, based on working the CPA. Then we have passive income tax benefits that we're also dealing with there. So in our deal there, for us passive income there, that's money that you're making while you sleep at home, resting there. It's our job to actually do the work there. And then we also have 1031 exchange tax benefits that can happen also, as long as you identify that property within 45 days of your sale there and close out on 6 months there. Okay, so how we source our deals there. What we look at for unemployment there, we look at the unemployment rate in the Dallas area there, which is below 4% there. We look at job diversification there. Make sure that there's plenty of companies that's in the industry there it's going to be well diverse there. So if one company leaves there, that we still have enough tenants there that can actually maintain our property and keep us running at full speed ahead at very low, very high tenant-based tenants. Then our supply and demand there. For supply and demand there, for us demand there, we actually want to make sure that we have enough demand in the industry there, and then for us population there, we look at the population in the industry there, and then some of all the top employees in the area there. We want to make sure the top employees are still in the area there. And then also we want to make sure that we're in a state that's really tenant friendly. So if it's tenant friendly there, we don't have to worry about the actual government stepping in there and actually allowing people to stay when they actually don't pay their rate there. And then the population of the age there, which will function mainly on people that's 30 to 34 years old there, that's actually looking to build their career there. And if you look at the area of Dallas there, the median age there in the area of Dallas is 34 years old there. And then we're looking for Fortune 500 national, regional headquarters also that's actually in the Dallas area there. And we have several of those that's actually in the area there. For some Texas Instruments there is actually one of them there, and there are several other ones for us like Southwest. Okay, so we invite you to partner with us, right? In the next room over there, we have the red flag up there. You can scan the QR code there, and if you want to talk to one of us, that'd be great.
Okay, I appreciate that, guys. So this is our team. We brought heavy hitters for you guys to question and ask them any questions that you want. I think it's important that you understand and know some of our team. And some key highlights, we're bringing a lot of the architectural and civil technology. We're leveraging that into our Dallas property. So we don't know if we're going to have a recession again. We know that the syndicators have messed up the market. There are capital calls and a lot of Class C conversions to Class B minus. Rents are flat. No appreciation because they bought too high. Their only way for those deals to go is down. They're going to depreciate. They're going to lose money. So we want to pick assets. The very first decision is what is the recession-proof property type. So after 20 years of commercial, 30 years of planning, and business development, 6 positions in the prestige and other property types as well. We know what we're talking about. We're not going to try to talk you into anything because, I'm an engineer. I'm not going to talk your face off. I've never played the sex card, no short skirts or anything like that. I'm an engineer. So we want to do the right thing. We want to do the right thing the first time. And so we're bringing you all of this quality. We want you to ask the hard questions about these properties and about these deals. We invite transparency Our deal room has probably 30 documents in it, all the city approvals, probably too much, but we're sharing all of the documentation. This again is a repeat of our Austin property. I'm not going to fly through this, but we've got that recession-proof tenant type, that 30-something tenant type, just building their career, paying the rent on the side. They're not sitting around in a Class C property saying, hey, how am I not going to pay rent this month? So we don't want to worry about that. In 22 North in Austin, we had rent specials one time. We didn't have a problem with rent moratorium. And now Congress has told the Supreme Court told the CDC that what they did with that rent moratorium was unlawful. But Congress could still do the same thing. So we want to keep the government out of our business. The Prestige at Mayhill is located centrally in Dallas. It is not an hour away in Anna, Melissa, Salina, an hour away from jobs. It's centrally located, so when these remote workers all get back to work, they can work 3 counties. They can work in South Lake, Plano, downtown Dallas, within 30 miles. We're right in the middle of everything. They can hop on that light rail and commute and work on the way to work. Dallas primarily has a 2% to 3% vacancy rate. Now, rents in Dallas over the last year were 6%. That's very strong. That's stable, that's strong, but rents in our area, 11%, almost double. I like those numbers. It's the right side of the balance sheet for me. So luxury Class A++, what is that? I was asked yesterday. It's that concierge service. It's that professional tenant where if they put their dry cleaning and laundry in the basket, then they can get it back in the locker the next day. If they have groceries to be delivered in their locker, or lettuce to be put up in their refrigerator, they get that kind of concierge service. It's a 30-something community, so very lively, very active. We've got bike racks for them and motorcycle places where they're parking spots. Smart technology, nice asset. You can see the left map, and that's where we're located. We're right next to Jerry Jones's multifamily. So we have proof of concept. It's a B class. It was never made to be an A. Right next to a golf course, surrounding golf courses, and within about 3 miles, we've got some very nice shopping to the south. We have a medical district right around our property. So Class A medical office buildings all along Colorado. Very nice area. Key highlights that we started to talk about, 36% IRR. Why is that? Well, it's a Class A++. The tenants always pay their rent. We started from the dirt, and we've got extra value there, plus we're sharing. As Warren said, we have the city approving our permit next Wednesday, our final permit. We have final comments going back to the city on our building permit next Friday. So we're about shovel ready. Take about 2 weeks to clear cut phase 1 and about 13 months to get to that amenity building. Then every building that we get will get a certificate of occupancy. We'll pre-lease 6 months in advance to keep that cash flow going. Dallas-Fort Worth, best in the nation. Popped back first after the pandemic in February 2021. We got our traffic jams back. We got our key indicators back, the full malls, the full shopping centers, the full restaurants, first in the nation in Canada. And if you would like a copy of these slides, then the guides have the presentation on a flash drive, nice flash drive for you. Come to dinner with us at 7:30. So we're looking at 78 million on the build price, and on the sale price of 346 units, 152 million. This is a 3.5 cap, so it's kind of like a Florida property or a California property at that nice 3.5 cap. But in our pro forma, we have only put a 3% inflation rate. So we're really minimalizing, we're not blue skying anything. As an engineer, I don't blue sky things. You've seen our track record, and this is how we mitigate risk. Ultra conservative bank underwriting, insurances, the vacancy rate in Dallas being so low, and of course 7% in the pro forma, but actual is 2 to 3% vacancy rate in Dallas. So this is a busy slide, but you can get a copy of it from the guys on the flash drive. If you want to look at the numbers, we've got all of that available for you. And I've been vetted by Quest. I've taught due diligence for Quest several times. So I've taught advisors, broker-dealers, registered investment advisors, family offices, and I would like you to get a copy of that due diligence checklist that is also on the flash drive. We have some at our table at the Big Red Flag. We also have other deals in the pipeline. We know you guys need product, but not just any product. We want recession-proof product by a team that has 400 years of commercial and construction experience. We have about 60 seconds left if you have any questions. Yes, sir? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Was there a track record from Austin, Texas? Is that correct?
Yes.
Just curiosity, that's a pretty growing area, robust. Why leave there and going into Dallas?
Because that's a great question. Dallas is the best market in Texas. Biggest city, but Austin went flat about 8 months ago, 10 months ago. Houston went flat about a year and a half ago, and it'll stay soft for another year and a half. Dallas hasn't gone soft yet, and it'll only get soft about 6 months, and then it'll pop right back. Dallas is the best market. Highest wages professionally and highest rents. I like that. Yes, sir.
Quick question, you had a 36% IRR, I think that's your pro forma. Did you factor offering costs and sponsor fees into that?
That is a great question. So the question is, in the 36% IRR, do we have offering costs and fees? That has not been included yet, so it may drop a little bit, but we can talk about that as well. I have given away about 10%, and I've raised $9 million. So I'm still a little guy. 10% goes to the developer, and then I do have equity to share. Does that answer your question?
Oh, what would be the IRR if you factored in like your offering costs, like commissions, broker-dealer fees?
Oh, we would have to look at it. It's a big deal. So it's you get a small piece of a very big deal. It'll be worth, what is that, 157 million to sell. The sales price, 171 million to sell. So there's margin. Stop. Thank you for having us, and come see us at the Big Red Flag.
After a lifetime of hard work, and dedication. It's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. As you enter into retirement, securing your nest egg and preserving your financial future becomes paramount. Not only sheltering, but safely multiplying your returns in a hard asset, which does not walk away. You can drive by it anytime. Introducing The Prestige, your trustworthy, vetted partner in commercial real estate investing. We understand that you seek less risk, financial security, and a reliable source of income. With over 400 years of combined experience and proven track records, The Prestige is your beacon of trust. We specialize in providing safe and secure investment opportunities tailored to your retirement goals. We know that you need to rely on experts to navigate the complexities of the market. That's why our team of seasoned experts is here to guide you every step of the way. Our collateral contracts have been approved 10 plus times by Quest IRA, which is under the SEC. Here are just a few of our client testimonials. Wow, DL, this is so exciting. I'm so happy for you and for us. Very exciting. Love the floor plans. We've got our distribution pending in our bank account. Thanks so much, DL. DL, we can set our watch to your distributions. Never missed a payment. Don't compromise on your retirement dreams. Visit The Prestige at mayhill.com today for our current and rare investment opportunities. And let us utilize our 400 plus years of experience to safeguard your nest egg and provide you with a secure investment in a low yield market. We are owner operators with daily hands-on on-site responsibilities. We are not syndicators. DL began in commercial real estate in 2005 and is one of the top seasoned leaders in investing and developing in Southern California and Dallas, Texas. And there is no slowing down. The Prestige, your trusted partner in commercial real estate investing for retirees.